So can you tell me your name, what it is that you do, and what is the Department for International Trade, or commonly known as DIT?
So my name is Amo Kalar. I'm the Deputy Director of the Department for International Trade, which is actually part of a wider body in India called UK Trade, Economics and Prosperity. I'm based in New Delhi, but I've got almost 120 really excellent colleagues based across India, including in Mumbai, Bangalore and Hyderabad and other big cities. So like I said, DIT is part of a broader outfit in India, and what we do is we work with UK companies to explore the Indian market and to succeed, we hope, in the Indian market. And then we work with Indian companies to look at the UK as a favoured destination to both sell their products and services, but also to invest. And we use a range of tools, including a really important new one, I suppose, which is called trade policy, but also classic trade and investment promotion to help companies achieve those aims.
What does the Department for International Trade do in India? And specifically, what sectors does your office here prioritize?
The thing I always say is that DIT in India really does help companies succeed. So we do that in a range of ways. So we work with, we work with a range of partners to encourage those companies at a range of sizes, but including interesting sectors like technology, like food and drink, like automotive, as many as you can imagine, most recently space, to understand India, which is a very complex market, to get access to the right advice and the right partners in order, like I said, to succeed in India. And in a practical sense, we do that in a range of ways. I like to think of it as a hand-holding service for companies, actually, where when they arrive and they look at India as a complex place, and it's a very interesting place with lots of opportunities if you're prepared to make the investment. We then connect them with, we have a real bank of local experts working for us in India. We then support them to, in a simplest sense, to meet with partners who may be biased for their product, to promote their products, to attend trade shows, and finally to clinch deals in India. The second thing we do, it's just worth sort of spending a minute on, is we work on trade policy. So we work with the government of India and with a range of other sort of partners in India to look at ways in which we can make it easier for UK products and services to enter the Indian market. And we're currently doing actually quite a lot of work on trade policy to develop some kind of agreement with India for UK goods and services. And then on the flip side, which is called foreign direct investment, India and the UK have a very strong relationship on foreign direct investment, actually. India has actually been the second largest jobs creator in the UK. So we try and improve on what is a really, really strong position, I feel, and work with Indian companies and handhold them in the same way to look at the opportunities in the UK for them to invest and internationalise their business via the UK.
What are some of the opportunities in India for British companies? And also the other way around, what are some opportunities for Indian companies in the UK?
I'll take the first bit first. So, like I said to you, the opportunities in India are immense if a company has longevity and is willing to invest and find the right partner from the beginning. There is a phrase that we sometimes use, which is, some companies think the streets are paved with gold in India, others think, and possibly this is true, there are no streets at all. So the opportunities, particularly one or two that I would like to focus on, one is in technology. So in April this year, could have culminated in a couple of years of work for the India Network. We launched the India-UK Tech Partnership. That is a whole focusing of the British High Commission's in India's activity to present UK strengths in tech and match them with the Indian offer. So those opportunities are really prevalent at the moment are around zero emission vehicles. India has a policy or an intention to produce only electric vehicles from 2030 onwards. The UK has a very strong offer in that place. And in fact, just 2 weeks ago, We had the Secretary of State and Midlands Engine Champion Minister here with a delegation talking to the Indian government and Indian business about the opportunities in zero emission vehicles. So tech, particularly zero emission vehicles. Then I think within tech I would also say that there are opportunities in sort of ICT, telecoms and services, where again the UK has a very strong offer, particularly within that I would say fintech as well. And again the Lord Mayor of the City of London was here, in fact, not a couple of days ago actually, with a delegation of fintech companies, again exploring those bilateral opportunities for each side to grow its business. And then I think the third one, India has one of the fastest growing middle classes in the world, and that is creating real opportunities for UK brands, UK food and drink, UK medical technology devices, UK sort of, medical devices in general, pharmaceuticals, chemicals, and the classic sectors. So those are the three sectors from the UK into India side. And then again, I think from India to the UK, if you're looking at FDI, like I said to you before, it's a very strong basis on which we build, and technology and automotive, I think, are the two sectors that are going to drive quite a lot of the growth at that end of the relationship as well.
Amo, what are some tips on doing business in India, in your perspective?
So the three things I would say is, one, think big. This is a land of opportunity, one of the fastest growing economies in the world, I think the fastest growing economy in the G7. Massive growth in the middle class, and they do look to the UK because of the quality of the UK offer in tech and in brands and in food. Interestingly enough, where frozen food, for example, is seen as something quick and easy, and for the time poor commuter in the UK, actually frozen food in India, particularly UK frozen food, is seen as a premium product, and there's real opportunities in that. So think big, be prepared to invest, I think, is the second point. We can support you along with our partners to find the right local partner, to enter into a JV if you need to distribute your products should you need to. So finding the right partner. And then thirdly, I would say have patience. Some companies succeed the first time, many don't. It's related to that point about being prepared to invest. Please come here, please explore the market, because there are rich rewards, I think, for those that have that patience and persistence.
And finally, Amo, this can be a personal answer, but what is the one thing you love about India as a British expat?
The thing I love about India, I mean, I'm tempted to say the food, but everyone's going to, is actually just the rich diversity of the country. I mean, we have 8 offices here. Each 8 of those, I have colleagues in each 8 of those offices, and there is a wonderful, rich tapestry of colour and culture and language and food. It's almost like being in 9 different countries. And whenever you talk to companies who have succeeded and investors who are present in the UK, you just learn something new every time. So I think it is the rich tapestry that makes India so great.